Active Directory Enumeration. Let's gain an understanding about Active Directory Enumeration. Enumeration in Active Directory is the process of discovering and listing all the objects stored within the directory service. This includes objects such as users, computers, groups, and other network resources. Enumeration is a key concept of Active Directory administration and security. It gives security professionals an overview of the network resources and their properties to quickly spot vulnerabilities within the network. Enumeration processes can be undertaken through various approaches such as scripting, command line tools, or graphical user interfaces. The most commonly used method is PowerShell, a command line tool that allows administrators to automate and manage Active Directory tasks efficiently. Let us look at some tools that can aid in enumerating an Active Directory environment. PowerView. PowerView is a PowerShell-based tool developed as a part of the PowerSploit project by security expert Will Schroeder. It facilitates reconnaissance, enumeration, and exploitation activities in Active Directory environments. PowerView makes use of PowerShell's extensive capabilities to offer administrators and security professionals a comprehensive set of functions and commandlets that enable them to gather invaluable insights and perform various tasks within Active Directory. It includes commandlets and functions for domain enumeration, users and group enumeration, local and remote system enumeration, password auditing, privilege escalation, and more, helping security professionals manage Active Directory resources more efficiently while identifying potential security risks and increasing overall security posture in an environment. Let us look at a few PowerShell commandlets used for basic enumeration. We will discuss more of PowerView's functionalities in a later module. You can download PowerView from the official GitHub repository, link provided below, or load it from Tools folder in the desktop. Now we can import PowerView by going to the folder where it is present and running /powerview.ps1. If running scripts are disabled, make sure to bypass the execution policy. Optionally, we can set the error action preference variable to silently continue to suppress warnings for a cleaner output. Once the module is imported, let us perform basic enumeration in the domain using PowerView commandlets. Also, we will populate our nodes as we go, as this information will be used later. Get-net domain. It is designed to retrieve information about the current domain or a specified domain in Active Directory environment. We can see that the domain name is insecurecorp.local. Copy this in our notes under domain information. Get-net user. This retrieves information about all the users in the current domain. We can filter the properties using the select expression to filter the output and select certain properties such as username by running getnet user pipe select name. Now we get only the usernames. Copy it to our clipboard. We will pipe it to the clipboard. Now we will paste the usernames from the clipboard into our notes. Get-net group. This retrieves information about all the groups in the current domain. getNet group member. This commandlet retrieves members of a specific group in the current domain. For instance, let's retrieve members of domain admins group, one of the most privileged groups within Active Directory environments with full administrative rights, control over all the objects and resources within it. Specifying the domain name as the group name with the commandlet allows you to retrieve this data. We can filter out only the domain admin names by selecting the member's name and copying it to our note. GetNet computer. This retrieves information about a specific domain computer, including its name, operating systems, and logged on users. This command on its own provides the name of the domain computers. Let us now paste this to our notes. We need to supply the flag -full data to obtain the full information. Get-domain policy. This retrieves the domain policy settings including password policy, account logout policy, and Kerberos policy. We can obtain the domain password policy by running the get-domain policy.systemaccess command. This provides useful details regarding the domain password policy, which can be used later. Targeted password spray. The net accounts/domain is an alternative to this command, showing the domain password policy. Copy this too into our notes. Get-net domain controller. This retrieves information about domain controllers in the current domain, including their names, operating systems, and site information. We can further filter this out by name and IP address by running get-net domain controller and then select name and IP address. Moving on to AD module. An alternative to PowerView is the AD module PowerShell script. AD module PowerShell module from Microsoft that consolidates a group of commandlets. You can use these commandlets to manage your Active Directory and comes pre-installed when you set up your domain controller. In order to load this module to any other machine, we would need to first import the remote server administration tools RSet package and then load the module. The AD module can be downloaded and extracted from GitHub repository, whose link is provided in the description, or loaded directly from the tools folder provided. Once extracted, we would need to load the import Active Directory script by running /activedirectory.ps1. This imports the script into our PowerShell session. Now, to load the commandlets, we would need to run import Active Directory. Once loaded, we can access all the commandlets. The commandlet function, similar to PowerView with a slight change in syntax, we will run the get AD domain commandlet, retrieving the domain information. We can see that the AD modules give a lot more information regarding the domain, which can be useful at times. A comprehensive cheat sheet for AD module commandlet is provided in the description below. Now next, we have AD Recon. AD Recon is a powerful PowerShell script designed specifically for Active Directory reconnaissance. It automates collecting essential information, aiding in assessing Active Directory security, and outputs them in CSV format. AD Recon collects user account details such as usernames, enabled, disabled status, and last log on timestamps. It also gathers information about groups, including group names and descriptions, and much more. This data aids in understanding user and group structure within the Active Directory environment, facilitating security assessment and audits. We can quickly gather data and gain insights into the Active Directory infrastructure by leveraging AD Recon. AD Recon can be downloaded from its GitHub repository or loaded directly from the tools folder provided. To collect all the data, we can run /ADRecon. Once the script finishes running, a new folder is created in AD Recon directory called AD Recon report. Here we can see that the script has collected information about forest information, domain details, trust relationships, subnet information, password policies, domain control details, user account and attributes, service principal names, groups and memberships, organization units, group policy objects, computer attributes, ACLs, and much more, and have outputted them into separated CSV files. To recap, Active Directory enumeration plays a crucial role in understanding and assessing the security of an Active Directory environment. It involves discovering and listing various objects stored within the Active Directory service. We explore tools that aid in this, such as PowerView, AD Module, and AD Recon. These tools enable security professionals to gather insights and identify vulnerabilities in an Active Directory environment. In the next section, we will look at BloodHound, a tool to visualize and analyze the relationships within an Active Directory environment.